Today we're on the road heading up to La Paz for the second annual AMPI Expo. I did a brief speech last year, but I'm doing a speech on real estate sales, the change in the real estate market that we're experiencing throughout. Real estate agents are struggling. You know, us as real estate agents are 100% commission based. We don't have a salary. My speech is going to concentrate on that. Hopefully not just motivate, but really give them pointers on what they could be using inside of their business. After being in the industry here locally for 20 years, this is really my passion. What we have at Ronival Real Estate, which is the largest brokerage in the state. So I'll see you on the way up into La Paz and at the event. I'm sure it's going to be a good one. All right, we made it to La Paz and we're walking into the convention center now. I'm excited to give my speech to all these real estate professionals. What a convention center, like the location right on the water here. I guess being the capital of the state, you get some nice things like the convention center like this.
Hey Nick.
How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, thank you. Gracias.
Interview with the governor and judges.
Con ustedes, Nick Fong.
Thank you very much. I started with one sale, no sales, my first year. I think I had less than 5 sales in my very first year 20 years ago. You probably have seen in the last year a change in the real estate market. And guess what? There are more real estate professionals that are selling 30% less real estate. So what can we be doing as real estate professionals to get more sales? A CRM system keeps you organized, on task, and ensuring no client gets missed. Why is it important? It streamlines your communication and it centralizes everything in your business in one place. So as a beginner, a CRM system can be your cell phone. It could be a spreadsheet. It could be a notebook. It could be those very simple things, a Rolodex. And it doesn't have to cost a whole lot of money. It could cost you nothing because all of us in our pocket have a cell phone. And if you're a listing agent, you're kind of maybe thinking to yourself, do I even want to list properties anymore? I just want to work with buyers. But list to last. You want to be a listing agent. If I can tell you a tip, you want to list properties as a real estate professional. But you also need to service your sellers in a way where you're going to add the most value. You're going to be able to sell their property faster and for more money. Let me show you how we do it at Ronival. So for example, Vivian here just registered 38 minutes ago. Terry Lynn just registered. Nikki Ann just registered 59 minutes ago. And Hank, he has a high interest in this listing for $359,000. We can do with a CRM, as a listing agent, our CRM can tell us who has viewed that property of the 202,000 people in the database. 2 people have viewed it in the last week. And when we click this button, Best Fit Leads, it gives us a list of 284 people in our database that are searching that price range, that location, single family house, and it tells us also when they last visited. This person 14 days ago, this person 14 hours ago, 1 month ago, 2 months ago, and it lists the agents that they're working with. As a listing agent, we just don't put it on our website in the MLS. We add it to the WhatsApp chat in AMPI La Paz and hope and pray put a for sale sign in the front and hope that someone's going to call us, knock on the door, send us an email. Unfortunately, a lot of us do that. We all have, once again, a cell phone. And there's no excuse why all of us can't be recording content on a daily basis. I remember over 10 years ago, I heard from my coach, Tom Ferry, before I was a coaching client with his, it's content, content, content. Content is king. And so in 2013, 2012, I took my cell phone, I went in my truck, I put it in the visor, you know, the sun visor, and I wedged it to the roof of the truck, and I turned on the video. I hit record. No microphone, I just talked. I talked about the real estate market, I talked about that new listing, I talked about the price reduction, and I posted it on YouTube. No editing, no subtitles, no music, and guess what happened? I did it every single week. I was consistent, and I didn't care what my hair looked like. I didn't care if I was wearing a baseball cap. I didn't care where I was doing it. I was doing it in my truck. But people started noticing, and they were saying, oh yeah, I see your videos in your truck. If you're a broker out there, I would suggest investing in a media person. It's one of the things that I did maybe 6 years ago, and it's the biggest investment that you could do for your brokerage. And role-playing is a big part in my business, and what I teach all the agents that I come in contact with, because it is either you role-play, you practice with your coworker or with yourself in front of a mirror, or you're practicing with the clients themselves. And when you practice with your clients and you make mistakes, that costs you real money. Role-playing is really important, and I asked him as an example to put him on the hot seat of role-playing a scenario that a number of us encounter. Okay, so going back to being a listing agent, a scenario where Augustine is the seller, I'm the listing agent, I go to his house, he shows me his house, and we get to the point in the conversation where Augustine asks the difficult question, so what's your sales commission? I would like to explain to you that it's not just sales commission that affects what you net at the end of the sale. What's more important to you as a seller, I believe, is not what we charge in commission, but how much you walk away with as a seller at the end of the day. And commission's gonna be a big part of it, but also what we listed at and what we can negotiate on your behalf. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree, and it makes sense when you tell me, but why should I list with you if you're saying that the average here in your house is 6%, and I can get $10,000 more for my house?
I completely agree, but what if I could show you the numbers, and in our listings, we're able to negotiate 3% more on average for our listings than the rest of the marketplace. So when you factor that in, I'm actually netting you 1% more at the end of the day.
And I want to sell it faster.
Well, that's also very important. All right, so it is 8% plus EVA, and I understand your concern, it being 33% more than the market, but I also want to let you know that at 8%, I only collect half of that, so 4% on the list side, because with all my marketing and advertising, actually the way we met was on social media, because you see all my marketing and content that I put out. Right? And so I do that for listings just like yours, and I share that commission with the agent that brings me the buyer. And when I can offer that agent 4% as opposed to 3%, who do you think, or what properties do you think that agent's gonna show? The one where they can make 4% or 3%?
I'm answering your questions.
Yeah. So not only at 8% are we going to, you're going to get the listing agent that sells faster and for more money and will net you more in the end, but you're going to incentivize the buyer agents 33% more pay by showing your house as opposed to everyone else's, which is at 6%. So you can list it with other agents, sell it with more time on the market and sell it for less, net in your pocket, or you can sell it with me. And as I explained to you, do you see the value of why we charge 8%?
Well, it makes a lot of sense what you said, and I'm convinced. Now you gotta repeat the same thing with my wife because she will, okay?
No problem, Augustine. This is something I do all the time. I list and sell the most properties in the marketplace, and customer satisfaction is number one. And I could give you a list of past clients that we've listed and sold their properties. Would that be helpful to provide to you and your wife?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, that's a role play, everyone. This is an example of me practicing years and years and years. And I think the time is out. Is there any more questions? All right, I'm still here, so grab me. I'd love to meet each and every one of you. Nick Fong, there's my social channels. You can follow me, and I'd love to see you next Saturday also. Bye. We're leaving the convention and a little bit earlier, but I need to drive back to Cabo. It was a big success, met a lot of great people, and the excitement around getting better as a real estate agent is very present here in La Paz. And I can see a lot of future business for us, and met some great agents, and a lot of people came up to me and asked me questions. Challenges that we've been seeing with the getting permits and things like that for construction. So hopefully in the next very soon that changes here in La Paz, and so that developers can come in and start building, adding more inventory, because the buyer demand is definitely here. And I look forward to hopefully next year coming back and talking to more real estate professionals and adding more value. You know, it was interesting, something that actually a couple people mentioned to me afterwards is why I am talking about like my secrets. And the thing is information is important, but the real importance is what you do with that information. And if you don't take action with the tools and information that's provided to you, then it really means nothing. And that's the most important thing for us as real estate professionals, is to take action. And that will do wonders in your business. All right, made it to the car. Until the next one, bye for now.